Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of numismatics and uncover the hidden stories behind coins that have transcended their original purpose. Today, we are embarking on a journey through history to explore an extraordinary piece of currency, the 1997 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel. While this coin may seem unremarkable at a glance, it carries within it a narrative of errors and mistakes that catapulted its value to an astounding height of $540 million. Join us as we unravel the intricacies of its minting, the rise of its value, and the dynamics of the world of coin collecting that led to this incredible phenomenon. The story begins in 1997 at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility renowned for its meticulous attention to detail in producing the nation's coins. The 5-cent piece had remained largely unchanged in design since 1938, featuring the proud visage of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and a depiction of his Virginia estate, Monticello, on the reverse. Typically, nickels were used in everyday transactions, satisfying the orange juice and candy cravings of school children and serving as essential elements of pocket change. However, what was intended as a simple form of currency soon became an unexpected treasure due to an array of minting errors that would attract the attention of collectors and investors alike. Minting coins is a complex process, subject to strict standards and regulations to ensure quality and uniformity. However, the nature of mechanical operations means that errors can and do occur, even in well-regulated environments. For numismatists, these defects can transform a commonplace coin into a collector's item of significant value. In the case of the 1997 nickel, a cascade of minting errors gave rise to an appealing narrative whereby only certain varieties of the coin carried substantial worth, setting off a frenzy among those in the know. Among the most notable mistakes that defined the 1997 nickel were misaligned dies, incorrectly struck coins, and alterations in the composition of the coin itself. Each of these errors led to variations that deviated from the norm found in other nickels minted during the same year. Just as an artist might accidentally smudge paint on a canvas, those engaged in the coin production process had unknowingly created pieces that bore marks of imperfection. These misprints and irregularities blended together to form a mosaic of errors that sparked curiosity and ultimately escalated into a captivating story of rarity. As news of these peculiar coins spread among enthusiasts, the marketplace responded enthusiastically. Collectors who had long kept their eyes peeled for such anomalies began to scour banks, roll shops, and online auction sites in hopes of stumbling upon a 1997 nickel that exhibited those all-important mistakes. The excitement was palpable, as the news cycle took hold and more people learned that this once ordinary coin could potentially yield incredible financial rewards. The once obscure coin began to emerge from the shadows, stepping into the spotlight of the numismatic community, where heated discussions about its varying degrees of rarity and value played out across forums and websites. Reports of sales reaching hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars soon became commonplace, drawing in not just seasoned collectors but also novice investors who might not have had previous exposure to numismatics. It was not merely the allure of the coin's monetary value that captured attention, but also the chase and discovery of something truly unique within the world of modern coinage. Individuals began to view these 1997 nickels not just as coins, but rather as a treasure map leading to hidden fortunes, each successful find equating to a small victory in the vast landscape of coin collecting. Understanding the allure of mistake coins requires a consideration of the psychology behind collecting itself. For many enthusiasts, the thrill lies in the hunt, the search for that elusive piece that can elevate a collection from the ordinary to the exceptional. The 1997 nickel represented more than just a path to financial gain. It signified a fusion of passion, history, and luck that is central to every collector's journey. Tales of discoveries inspired an almost fervent community spirit, and the coins quickly became symbols of pride and achievement for those who were able to secure them. As more collectors sought to stake their claim on these rare varieties, the prices for the 1997 nickels soared alongside their popularity. Coins that once circulated freely in everyday transactions began to be viewed through a different lens, one that highlighted their investment potential and collectible status. This shift prompted an array of businesses and individuals to enter the marketplace, facilitating transactions that underscored the growing excitement surrounding the 1997 nickel. When the chatter grew loud enough, even more people joined the frenzy, pushing prices into stratospheric heights. What makes the 1997 nickel particularly fascinating is how it illuminates broader themes of value and worth within society. It raises poignant questions about what we deem valuable and why. In the case of this nickel, its worth stemmed not from intrinsic silver content or weight, but rather from the whims of collectors, the uniqueness brought about by eras, and the stories that each coin told. The currency that many people used for purchasing snacks and services suddenly took on a life of its own, embodying lessons of scarcity and desire that echoed across different sectors of the economy. Additionally, the coin's rise in notoriety serves as a microcosm of how markets react to news, narratives, and the collective consciousness of a community. Speculation can drive values to unprecedented levels, illustrating how perception can influence reality. From the moment the initial auction records began to circulate, the potential for the coin's worth seemed limitless, leading some to question whether such values could be sustained indefinitely. While collectors embraced opportunities to buy and sell the 1997 nickel, this surge ignited discussions about the implications of speculation and the ethics of such extreme inflation in the marketplace. Some experienced collectors raised concerns that burgeoning values could spoil the integrity of genuine collectibles. Speculative mania could mislead new entrants into making ill-informed investments based primarily on hype rather than understanding the historical context or true rarity of a piece. Observers debated the risks and rewards of this new environment, balancing a love for the hobby with the realities of financial investment. Yet, amidst the concerns of speculation and valuation, what remains crucial about the story of the 1997 nickel is the dialogue surrounding its unique history. Coins serve as time capsules, and every variety tells tales of the time and place in which it was minted. The journey of the 1997 nickel brings to light the essential chapter of 1990s America, an era marked not only by innovations in technology but also by economic shifts and the growth of consumerism. It encapsulated the hopes, dreams, and uncertainties of people living through a dynamic transitional phase. Thus, the narrative encapsulated within each 1997 nickel does far more than signify its worth in financial terms. It also highlights the quest for meaning within objects that otherwise appear trivial. Collectors often connect emotionally with their coins, recognizing that they are custodians of pieces of history that deserve appreciation. This story becomes one of both human achievement and the intricate webs of fate that bind us to our past. As we continue to ponder the significance of the 1997 nickel, it prompts us to reflect on broader themes relevant not only to coin collecting but to our everyday lives. The journey of this 5-cent piece invites us to question the nature of rarity and value. It serves as a reminder that amid mundane everyday experiences, there lies the potential for extraordinary narratives, waiting to be uncovered. In finding this one nickel that defies the conventional, we explore the richness of human endeavor, the unforgettable stories that emerge from mistakes, and the unpredictable nature of value itself. Moreover, the legacy of the 1997 nickel speaks to the power of community among collectors. Conversations about numismatics generate friendships and bonds strengthened through shared interests. The thrill of trading stories, showcasing collections, and sharing the triumphs of discovery foster an environment where passion flourishes. New collectors learn from seasoned veterans, and knowledge is passed across generations. The dynamism of the hobby cultivates an appreciation for history and heritage, bridging cultural divides through the lens of tangible objects. The 1997 5-cent nickel thus stands not only as a high-value collector's item but as a testament to the human spirit, our capacity for discovery, our thirst for knowledge, and our ability to find meaning in the seemingly inconsequential. It reflects how the error of a single minting process can ripple through time, creating a legacy that captivates the imaginations of countless individuals. It serves as a reminder that we are all part of this vast cosmic dance, and that within it exists the potential for extraordinary stories. Within this search for stories and value lies an invitation to reflect on our relationship to material objects. The interest surrounding the 1997 P nickel unveils a deeper understanding of consumer behavior and cultural shifts. Next, today we delve into an extraordinary story that blends numismatic intrigue with a touch of financial magic. We invite you to join us as we uncover the fascinating world of coins, particularly focusing on a seemingly unassuming piece of currency, the 2011 D5 cent coin. This particular coin has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and investors alike, commanding an astonishing price tag of $270 million due to a series of errors and mistakes that elevate its significance well beyond its intended value. As we embark on this journey, we'll peel back layers of history, economics, and the curious quirks of minting processes that can transform a simple coin into an object of fascination and immense worth. The allure of coins goes back thousands of years, reflecting the stories of nations, their economies, and the personal tales of individuals who have passed through history, entangling their lives with these metallic artifacts. In our exploration, we start in 2011, the year that gave birth to our central character, the 2011 D5 cent coin. At first glance, this coin may not spark much excitement. It features the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and the familiar depiction of Monticello on its reverse side. The design, a staple in American currency, has seen little change over the decades, grounding this coin in a sense of familiarity. However, that very familiarity can often mask the hidden gems waiting to be discovered within the annals of coin minting. The year 2011 was emblematic of broader economic challenges faced by many nations around the globe. The financial crisis that commenced in 2007 led to a tumultuous struggle for recovery. Amidst this backdrop, the US Mint continued its operations, producing coins that not only circulated amongst the populace but also entered the hands of collectors and historians. The 2011 D5 cent coin was minted in Denver, a crucial hub in the Mint's operations, where high-quality pieces are produced to satisfy commerce and collector demands alike. As we dig deeper into the minting process, we find an intricate dance of machinery and skilled laborers, each contributing to the creation of coins. However, mistakes can occur. Errors in alignment, die flaws, and other mishaps can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Collectors often seek out these rare variations not only for their novelty but also for their potential investment value. In the case of the 2011 D5 cent coin, it was an error that would catapult it into the limelight. The story pivots on a specific error that occurred during the coin's production. During the minting process, a peculiar mistake led to some coins being struck with a double die. This means that the coin displayed a distortion in its design. Specifically, the portrait of Thomas Jefferson was imprinted twice, creating an optical illusion that would draw the eye of any expert or casual observer alike. Generally, such errors are relatively rare, but when discovered, they can shift from being minor curiosities to highly sought-after collectibles. Collecting coins is a hobby deeply rooted in the search for the unique and the unusual, and the emergence of the 2011 D5 cent coin with its striking double die error fueled enthusiasm among collectors. As news of its existence spread, appraisals began to soar, with prices reflecting the perceived rarity and historical significance of this particular piece. Estimates and valuations started to circulate, and before long, the figure of $270 million emerged, a staggering amount that put this coin on the radar of serious investors. Beyond the monetary value, the 2011 D5 cent coin speaks to a larger narrative about human error, the unpredictability of minting, and the sometimes arbitrary nature of value itself. While many coins are produced with precision and care, the occasional misstep reminds us of the imperfections inherent in any production process. The story of this coin is not just about its financial worth, it's also a reminder of our connection to history, where mistakes lead to unexpected opportunities. As the collector community buzzed with excitement and debate over the coin's value, it attracted further attention from various media outlets, driving home the point that numismatics is a vibrant field teeming with stories waiting to be told. Experts and newcomers alike found themselves captivated by the coin's journey from the mint to potential auction blocks where it could be purchased by the next fortunate collector willing to invest. This fascination with misprints and errors draws parallels with other collectible realms, be it stamps, toys, or even fashion items. An error can turn something mundane into a sensation, a simple item into a treasure. Imagine rummaging through old coins, finding what looks like a run-of-the-mill 5-cent piece, only to realize that it carries a rare error that transforms its value overnight. It's the thrill of the hunt that keeps collectors engaged, ever optimistic for the next big find. Shifting perspectives, we recognize how the story of the 2011 D5-cent coin ties into broader cultural ideas about wealth, history, and preservation. Coins serve as tangible connections to our past, and as we exchange these pieces of currency, we engage in a complex dialogue across generations. Each coin carries stories of the time it was minted, reflecting the economic and social dynamics of its era. The errors found in coins like the 2011 D5-cent piece stand out because they encapsulate moments of imperfection within a carefully constructed system. In the world of business and economics, the rise in the value of a coin can also tell us about market trends and collector interests. The economic principles of supply and demand come into play here. As more collectors seek out the double die errors, the price inevitably rises. It's a fascinating intersection of history and economics, where the desires of collectors can drive the perceived worth of an object skyward. One might wonder about the journey of the 2011 D5-cent coin itself. Where has this precious error coin traveled since its inception? Chances are, it has changed hands numerous times, each time adding to its narrative. It may have started out in a change jar, passed along as pocket change, or even been displayed as a cherished collectible in someone's home. Each exchange is more than a transaction, it's part of a living history. Further into our journey with the 2011 D5-cent coin, we can explore the community that surrounds it. The world of numismatics isn't just populated by lone collectors, it's filled with clubs, forums, and events where enthusiasts share their knowledge and excitement. These gatherings often serve as platforms for educational exchange, where individuals come together to discuss the latest findings, share their collections, and sometimes trade pieces. Such events underscore the community aspect of coin collecting, where people bond over shared interests and passions. As we navigate this rich tapestry of history, we can't overlook the impact that technology has had on coin collecting and valuation. In recent years, online platforms have revolutionized how collectors buy, sell, and trade coins. Auction houses have shifted online, allowing for broader accessibility to potential buyers and the introduction of more competitive bidding processes. As collectors from around the globe convene in online marketplaces, the market is increasingly responsive to trends and collector interest, making the realm of coin collecting more vibrant than ever. As this narrative unfolds, we can engage with the implications of such a high value attached to a coin, especially for those who have an emotional attachment to these pieces from their own histories. For many collectors, a coin isn't just a financial asset, it's a cherished piece of personal narrative, connecting them with family traditions or past generations. The 2011 D5-cent coin could represent a new chapter, where the interplay of fate, chance, and collector fervor leads to remarkable consequences. In this age of technology, forums and social media play a crucial role in shaping discussions around coins like the 2011 D5-cent piece. Collectors utilize platforms like Instagram or Facebook to showcase their collections, sharing stories, and even tips about where to find potential errors. Information spreads rapidly, and when news breaks about a coin's extraordinary value, it can ignite a frenzy, pushing collectors to dig through their own change purses or search through rolls of coins in hopes of discovering their own treasures. We eventually arrive at a point where we reflect on the impact of the 2011 D5-cent coin beyond the realm of collectors and investors. This coin, with its peculiar flaws, has sparked interest in education and history as well. Schools, museums, and educational programs utilize such stories to emphasize the importance of economics, art, and history. Younger generations can learn about the coin minting process, the significance of currency, and the stories that each coin embodies, all through the lens of a simple 5-cent piece. As the $270 million price tag made headlines, it also ushered in discussions about value perception in our modern society. What makes something valuable? Is it history, rarity, demand, or perhaps the stories behind it? The journey of the 2011 5-cent coin opens up these questions and invites deeper philosophical explorations regarding our own relationships with material wealth. The excitement surrounding the coin's eras and the ensuing values mirror larger narratives in life, where unexpected twists can result in enormous outcomes.